Hi, I'm Sean Canning, Principal Architect at 1070 Architecture, and you're watching our Design Rewind video series. This is a video series which does a deep dive and turns back the clock on some of my earliest projects in my architecture career in San Diego. As usual, today we're going to go over three parts of this project. First, we're going to start with the client brief. Then we're going to do an in-depth breakdown of the design and basically why the design ended up looking the way it did. And then finally, I'm going to conclude with what happened with the project and what happened with the client. And today we're going to focus on the Cherokee residence. So this was a really cool project. It's in North Park. And basically the scope of work was an addition of a master suite and a garage, which was going to double as a home gym. The clients were a husband and wife, and the wife had a personal training business, and she had the need to train some of her clients at her home, so we decided to use the garage as sort of a flex space for that. This is a multifamily zoning, and the original scope of work was to design a companion unit. So the challenges were the small lot, high fees for those companion units, and the flexible use that the garage was going to have. So let me first explain what I mean when I say high fees for companion units. Well, before accessory dwelling units were all the rage, there was a typology called companion units, which basically were replaced by accessory dwelling units. But the companion units could be built detached or attached to a primary dwelling unit. The companion units were subject to impact fees. So when I told my client the impact fees he was going to pay on this companion unit, it was going to be about $15,000 to $20,000 of fees. So he asked me how to avoid those fees, and I said, well, if we design this as an addition to your existing home, you avoid all those fees. So you save $15,000 or $20,000, whatever those fees were at the time. So he liked that idea. He didn't agree with the fees, neither did I. So we decided to design this as an addition, which could also be potentially rented as an individual unit. So here we have my initial site visit where I took all the dimensions of the existing single-family home. Is a 2-bedroom with 1 bathroom. Super simple space. Here's the kitchen. That's kind of the laundry room. I don't remember what this space was, maybe like a little bit of a dining room, and then you had kind of the living room up front, and the street is over here. So our design ended up being kind of in this area here. That's kind of what we did. Here's where I took it into SketchUp. So this is, you can start to see through a series of these design rewind videos that my SketchUp skills are definitely improving. This was the street view, so street's over here. And that's the existing front facade. These were some initial programming studies we did. So here I'm showing where the stairs would be located. And I guess this would be the first floor. No, this would have to be the first floor. These might be just two different options. I'm really not sure what I'm looking at. Maybe an A-B option or something. It's been so long, I don't even remember what these drawings represented. Here's some initial takes. So this was the existing home kind of over here, and this was the new home. So that's existing and that's proposed. And this was a very early rendition of what this project was. It didn't end up looking anything like that or like this, but we can see where the staircase is here. And this would be the garage. And the garage was going to have a roll-up door, which was going to be accessed on both sides. So you could really open up the full garage and you can train people out here, or you could train people out here, or you could work out inside the garage as well. And I'm going to go kind of quickly through some of these slides because the design did change quite a bit before the end. A couple things you are seeing that will be consistent with the final design. We did have this exterior space, which became an exterior dining room. We had this sort of connection space to kind of connect all of these spaces together. So that ultimately is where the staircase became. And then that